Hello, Scorpio. Welcome in. My name is Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your mid-month check-in for March. Keep in mind, timing and energy is fluid. This could have already happened, is happening right now, or is about to happen. We are entering into the eclipse portal gateway, so I really thought a mid-month check-in would be beneficial for all of the zodiacs this month. So let's get right into it, Scorpio. Feel free to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And please feel free to comment on the videos and share them. It does help to circulate them. It helps the channel to grow. Scorpio, you might want to avoid some drama, and I think get ready to take a risk. This card always reminds me of the Devil card in the Mystic Mondays deck, and so could be dealing with a Capricorn. I do feel you're going to want to avoid drama. I think this eclipse gateway is bringing in a lot of mental madness, so you're going to want to keep your ego in check, Scorpio, but this is all about taking a risk. So I feel throat chakra activations. You might need to speak up, Scorpio. Let's see what else needs to come through. What does Scorpio need to be aware of? Keep in mind, this is for any major Scorpio placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. So if this message does not resonate, check your other signs and placements. All right, what do we got for Scorpio? Meant to be. Whatever is happening at the mid-month check-in and for the rest of the month, it is meant to be. So trust that is meant to be. Boundaries, out of bounds. So I feel this is about boundaries. Somebody, I just heard get out. So somebody might be thrown out, and then we get transformation. So you are the master of transformation, Scorpio. So there's some type of death energy here going on for you. And I do think communication is key. So we have Mercury in Aries. We are going into Mercury retrograde on April 1st. We're in the post or the pre-shadow Mercury retrograde. So I think you need to take a breath. You need to take a break. You're in the midst of some type of profound personal transformation. Somebody here might be overstepping your boundaries. Boundaries are necessary. I feel somebody really knows how to play on your heartstrings. It's really time to communicate about something here. And so I feel the desert energy. There's a need to purify your space. 40 days and 40 nights. I do feel, yeah, you need to take a step back. Avoid drama at all costs because you are in the midst of some type of spiritual cleansing, spiritual purification. I think you're being divinely led and guided to embrace the unknown. I think right now things are very uncertain for many in the collective, but I feel you need to own that magic, Scorpio. So I do feel it's really time to get those boundaries in place. Who do you need to communicate to? I feel there's communication issues. Something from the past might be coming back around. And so are you going to actually communicate this time, or are you going to keep avoiding it? Because I do feel avoiding communication is not the same as avoiding drama. Do you know how to communicate with people? Maybe you need to take a step back. I do think you need to avoid some drama. Let's jump in with some cards. Let's see what else needs to come through for this check-in. Oh my gosh. We got a King of Wands upright and a Seven of Swords in reversed. You could have Leo in your chart. You could be dealing with a King of Wands. We got a fire sign coming through that I feel does not know how to communicate properly. We got somebody here that needs to get their ego in check. I feel there's some type of an embarrassing secret coming out connected to this King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. I do feel somebody is being put in the spotlight when it comes to an embarrassing secret where somebody maybe wasn't honest, or somebody, you know, had some less than kosher actions. But I feel somebody here is losing their peace of mind and losing their freedom due to a poor choice. There could be exposure of lies here, of theft. But let's see what's going on. Oh my gosh, look at that just come out. We get the Nine of Coins. So you could be dealing with a pre-empress. You could be this pre-empress. But there's somebody here really shady, and we got another person here enjoying the fruits of their labor. So we got a Nine of Pentacles here that has got some firm boundaries in place. She is alone. She is single. She's enjoying solitude. We could have a business owner here, and maybe somebody crossed some boundaries with this person. So what do we got going on for Scorpio? Well, we got the Ten of Cups. We got the Six of Wands. And we got the Five of Coins. So somebody here is like pretending they're living the high life in a happily ever after situation when really there's a lot of fear surrounding money, and somebody is definitely coming from a state of lack. And so ego. I feel ego. So if somebody's got like living their best life all over social media and pretending that, they're living a very successful life, I think that is untrustworthy. I think somebody here is painting the roses red. I think somebody here maybe, has been in a cycle for the last 10 years. Doesn't have to be, but somebody here is really bored and discontent. And so I do feel like public exposure is kind of what it feels like. Three of Swords in reverse. Maybe this exposure is due to somebody not being there for somebody in need. Oh yeah, there's some karma playing out here, some karmic debt here playing out here, and we got a love bomber. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, we got the Knight of Swords, so there is going to be a decision made. Somebody is like out of here. I feel a recognition that somebody deserves love. And I think there's been this withholding energy. And so we got a King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. There you are, Scorpio. And I think there's a need to learn a lesson. So I think it's really time to turn inward. Either you're dealing with somebody that's not trustworthy, or you are this person that's not trustworthy. So swap around the energies, swap around the characters. Do not cram yourself into a message that's not meant for you. But first of all, what we got here is somebody pretending to be in a happily ever after situation, in a loving relationship. I'm the winner. And I think, somebody maybe went into a connection just to win. But I feel there is this lag. And so there's an underlying fear of abandonment or rejection. There's a lot of issues financially, right? And so, sometimes, you need more than just love. You need stability, you need communication, you need honesty, you need integrity. And I do feel there's a lot of great sadness here. I think there's a recognition of a situation that is not balanced, that is not reciprocal. I think somebody is given more than they're getting back in return. And I do feel this situation does not feel safe. So eclipses come to eclipse things out. Somebody is being divinely led and guided to make a decision, to find their focus and their drive to maybe defend themselves. There is going to be an event or a shakeup that is going to move somebody out of a state of stuckness. So I think somebody, has been really emotional. I think somebody knows how to pull on somebody's heartstrings. And I do feel there's a lack of balance in a relationship here. And maybe somebody has some hidden intentions. And so really go within and spend some time in solitude. I do feel there's a lesson here that needs to reach completion. I do think get ready to be enlightened. And I do feel this is about choosing to be yourself. We do have somebody here that is definitely herself. And I do feel there could be like a huge loss of finances if you're not mindful. A light is being shone down on a situation. I think you put a lot of good out there, but you're not getting it back. And so I do feel there's some karmic debt being paid off. And so I feel a cycle that should have closed out 6 months ago. Because this is like a timing. And so maybe this is a connection that you went into 6 years ago. But I feel 6 months ago, there was some type of release, or should have been a release. And so this is coming back around for a final closure is what I'm feeling. So let's clarify the 6 of coins. Oh, we got one out right away. What do we got? We got ego. We got Capricorn energy. So you definitely could be dealing with a Capricorn. It's time to cut something out. I do feel something is being cut out, whether you're ready for it or not, because you've created some type of an illusion of being trapped in a situation, maybe because of money. Maybe you feel stuck there because of money. But I feel you've been unwilling to make a choice. And so I think Archangel Michael's coming in and he's severing a connection because something here is unhealthy. There could be some type of an addiction here or a trauma bond. Something here is not balanced. And I think you need to make a judgment call and release this person because this person isn't serving you. They're not giving you what it is that you put into it. I think they like to create difficult situations in your life. It's time for you to focus on your career. So yeah, there is a significant ending here. A significant ending. It is leading to a new fresh start. So change doesn't usually feel good at first. And so there is positive change coming, but it's not going to feel good at first. And so I do feel the party's over. I feel a canceled engagement. I think, there's nothing left here to celebrate. I think there's like a release of what at one point in time you thought was a close chosen family. And I think you're being guided to block communication with something that is definitely not wish fulfillment. So I think at one point in time you thought, oh, this is it. This is somebody I can trust. This is my happily ever after. This is wish fulfillment. And it turns out it was an illusion. It was a lie. I think you're struggling with some misfortune. And it's kind of time to head towards the light at the end of the tunnel. And so with Pluto and Aquarius, it's bringing major changes and challenges to end these karmic situations. And I think it's kind of time to face some opposition. It's time to face some opposition. It's time to face this fear. Stop expecting the worst, because when you do that, you will fulfill that self-fulfilling prophecy. So stop. There is a disconnect. There is something here toxic. And so I do feel if you want that intimate connection, you're going to have to recover from an ending. I think it's caused a lot of stress and illness. It's time to communicate clearly. It's time to communicate, because there is a lack of communication here, and there is a very unemotional relationship where maybe one or both of you are just not emotionally available. So it's time to speak up. Maybe it's time to admit you received some poor advice. It's time to find balance, but that will require self-control. So I do feel you're going to want to be careful. I think you're going to want to manage your resources wisely. There might be an extreme loss of money. But let's get you a closing message here. You definitely could be dealing with a Virgo, a Gemini, a Capricorn, an Aquarius, an Earth sign. But I feel, yeah, don't let pride and ego stand in your way. I do feel there's codependencies here. And I do feel like maybe this is a lesson in teaching and learning. I think get ready to take a time out. I think there's heartbreak here. I feel Three of Swords. I feel the Sun. I think there's a need to heal. There's a need to maybe step into a teaching role. I think you're both learning a valuable lesson. But yeah, it's time out as some type of cycle reaches completion. So something cyclical is coming to an end. So have patience with yourself as you recreate a sense of balance. That's what I have for you, Scorpio. I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.